EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go. Like 20.
Let's go, D. Check it.
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get ready.
21. 12, fellas, here we go.
General West.
Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 5-4. I'm going to run you over.
White.
Under crunch.
12.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Here we go.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Max Crosby He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr on the bootleg. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Down. 180.
Check, 59.
Express.
Check, 59. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Carr now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 1st down, Garoppolo gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run from the shotgun with Murray. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and
Here we go, here we go, here
So
we go.
they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's Hill, complete. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Flag, flag, flag.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Number 53. Mike 53. You can't block me.
That was second down run for Murray. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Saints 7, Raiders 0.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
11.
Check 25.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They come out here in the eye. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Third down. 3rd and 15.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 60 yards. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
13. Check.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, alert. 21. Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
52. Greystone travel.
On 2nd down, it's Murray, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Garoppolo now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80!
It's our time.
6! Hey, alert!
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
11.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of 5 brings up 6.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
We're good.
Carr now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Carr now on 1st down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Robert Quinn make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Going to throw deep for the end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it will wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Let's go, baby.
15 yards on the play. 1st down. The final shot here before half for Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Corn Elder. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite-colored jersey.
Here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott Good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
At the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check 53, Mike. Down to lose one.
On second down now, it's Murray. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Garoppolo, 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. This is Murray. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Complete. Smith has it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
First and 10 at the 11-yard
Watch QB
line.
drop. Watch QB drop.
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go,
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here we go. 180.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Murray. Murray has the 1st down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 18. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, shoot.
And the blitz does come. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, that is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. A big play that time for the Raiders. 52 yards.
1st and goal, Raiders.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. 1 more time with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Carr going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And all the way down to the 35. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check. Pilot, 64, win. Check, 53. Check, 53.
He's got Smith here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
The throw over the middle taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it,
and this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this route.
And I think all you say to you,
he's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Gary and Conley. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Raiders' 21-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
29. Silver.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Terry McLaurin with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now. 41 Mike, right here. 180. Hey, we're good. 185.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, team 6.
Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cornelder. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
Here we go.
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A good pickup there of 22.
1st and 10 at the
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tight down. 12, fellas. Here we go. 11.
He's coming, double up.
Topper.
They run with Murray. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, 21.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Carr to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Carr. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Let's bring it.
And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
Let's go, baby.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
I got you, boy.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to almost certainly win the football game. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Saints take over first
Let's go,
and 10
baby. Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though